How was DC changed like from when you was coming up to like basically 9 days when you got out of prison?
Man, I ain't never see so many bicyclists, bikes, like there's bike lanes everywhere, Slim. There's bike lanes everywhere, trash cans everywhere. Like it wasn't like you used to have to throw shit in a dumpster. But like on my side, like 8th Street is different. 8th Street is like they got clubs, good restaurants. Like for me growing up, 8th Street was more so like it was like homeless people on it, a bunch of abandoned buildings. You had like, you know what I'm saying, you had department store, you had Murray's, barber shops. Popeyes was always there. But it was like a lot of homeless people, like war veterans out there. Now it's like a trolley train, clubs. Uh, a lot of spots is like more brighter now. Like I remember when I first came home, seeing a white guy walking a cat on a leash in my neighborhood. Like white people didn't even used to like they wouldn't even come through that jump. Like he had a cat on a leash walking through the alley. But DC changed like the communities is different. Like we grew up just outside, the music, just the kids, and now it's just, you know what I'm saying? You might get too loud and somebody might call the police. You feel me? Like kids don't know the feeling of like their neighbors being parents to them too. Like their neighbors is their extended family. Now you might got a house over here and a house over here that's an Airbnb. Like every week is a different people in them houses that the kids don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like shit like that.
Do you feel like the you talked earlier, you said a lot of the new generation a little more disrespectful than when you was coming up. Do you feel like the youth now kind of don't got the same as far as like they don't have the same morals like say like somebody like from your era do?
Yeah, cause the structure different. They ain't grow up with the same structure that we did. Cause I grew up. Well, I grew up in prison, and I grew up by the niggas that was supposed to teach me on the streets. So basically, all them mass incarcerations from the late '80s throughout the '90s and early 2000s wiped out a whole generation of niggas. So you had young niggas jumping off the porch when they was 10, 11, 12, 13, and the entire neighborhood is. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't imagine the whole neighborhood being mine when I was 12 or 13 and I'm able to call shots. I don't know shit. I don't know enough to maintain this shit. That's why niggas get the hustling now and that hustle only lasts for 18 months or 10 months. You know what I'm saying? It's because the structure is not there. The structure wasn't there. Like they ain't get the rules and the order of operation from the old heads because them niggas got wiped out by them mass indictments and shit.
So you was talking earlier, you had talked about how being in DC and how it's like a tourist attraction. Like everybody come here to see Monument, White House, Lincoln Memorial, all that. You said you ain't never really been able to go see that when you was young.
Yeah,
But
I never went to the monument. Like I remember, cause like being in my neighborhood, you could see it. You could see the monument. Like if you look towards the Union Station way. I don't know if there's north, whatever, but looking towards the direction you'll go for Union Station, you can see the monument. I never even wondered about it, honestly. I didn't really care. And I used to think the Capitol was the White House. Like I never, like we never, we never been down there. And it's sad though. It's sad that like I was born in Providence. That hospital not here no more. But I was born here, and I never been to none of these places. And I'm trying to remember if I ever even been to the DC Zoo before. I never, we never went. Some people say they schools took them. My school ain't. I went to Ruth K. Wade. They ain't never take me. And when I went to Francis Scott Key, they never took us. So I don't know if I was suspended or they just didn't take me because I was bad as fuck. I don't know. But I never, I didn't see the monument until like 3 years ago. The first time I ever seen the monument.
so with I'm gonna use like Lamont Roach for an example. When he had his fight with Tank, a lot of people was saying, "Oh, he ain't from DC." Like he
Mm,
from PG.
yeah.
So from your perspective, what's your take on that whole DMV, DC, PG? Y'all ain't
It's
us, we
big.
ain't them.
That's big, man. And I was one of the. I was one of the ones. Like, I was born and raised in Northeast, and then mother moved from Trinidad to Suitland. But I still was, you know what I'm saying, coming to Northeast every weekend, every day after school, all the entire summer. So I never missed a beat. But I was also in Suitland. I also was out Suitland. I also got good men from Home Avenue. Good men, good men from Home Avenue. John, DT, like good men. And it's like I understand though. I understand the difference. I know the difference. And I understand why both sides be beefing. I understand why both sides get in big debates all the time. And I like being on the juvie block, that was the biggest bump, DC and PG, and I always used to get caught in the middle because I had dudes that knew me from DC and I had dudes that knew me from PG, and they were like, "Nah, he from here or he from here." But you got to be active though. You got to, as an individual, you got to be outside active. Like I don't know Roach. I don't know him, and I don't know if he was active in PG or in DC. So I don't know if who claimed them. But it ain't really about what you claim. It's about what claim you. But yeah, but it's definitely it get wild when it comes to that DCPG because you got some dudes that moved from DC when they was 6, 7, or younger and never went back, but they claim they DC roots because it just seem cooler, it just seem better, it make you seem harder, I guess. And yeah, it's a tough situation, even though they right across the street from each other. But you would think it's like the holy war. It's like over there. It's like the holy war, man. It's them imaginary lines, man. That's crazy.
Yeah, like another example of that is like KD, for example, like
Hmm.
him being from like Seat Pleasant, but to like people who ain't from DC or the DMV, they say he from DC.
Hey,
You
I
know,
live next door to KD. Like I know KD. I know his brother. I know his mother. His mother, she's mean as a. His mother was mean. But yeah, that's the thing. Like it's like, and he reps Seat Pleasant. Like he don't. The only time you will hear him say DC if he's somewhere where he know they don't know what Seat Pleasant is, but they would know what DC is. You know what I'm saying? So it's like that is like when you going out, like outsiders don't see the difference in them imaginary lines. They look at PG and DC as DC. Like this just is what it is. There's no disrespect, there's no harm. But it's people here that it take, you know what I'm saying? And I've been guilty of that a few times. Like somebody say something like, oh, you gotta get that right. Like I done been in places where a person will say, I'm from Baltimore. And I'm like, what? They were like, DC, Baltimore is all the same. I'm like, no, the fuck is not. They were like, y'all only 40 minutes from each other, an hour. I'm like, bro, it's two different worlds. I got men out of Baltimore, I love them to death, but like we not the same though. When me and my man beside each other, you gonna know we from different places. As soon as he open his mouth and be like, Q, dude, you gonna know he ain't from the city. Like matter of fact, I'm gonna give you an example. This is a young mindset. When I went to the cut and dudes started talking to me, and I was like, "What's up, young?" They was like, "Oh, he from DC." I was like, I didn't even know what he meant. Like, I'm like, ain't we all? Like, I didn't know different places talk different, and that come from never traveling and going nowhere. Like when I started hearing what people from different places say, I was like, damn. That was a culture shock. Like I thought everybody said young, Joe, Jai, Luncheon, Jonan. Like I remember we used to be like, look at shoes, like, damn, them Jones wet. Like now they be saying they hard. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like we was at our jail, we be like, man, I can't wait to hit the bricks. But they'd be like, I can't wait to go uptown. I'm like, damn. Like, I never knew.